Welcome to Celebrity Phantom. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane to revisit the beloved 1983 comedy National Lampoon's Vacation, a film that has become a timeless classic for comedy fans. Video will explore how the cast of National Lampoon's Vacation has evolved over the years. We'll dive into their real names, current ages, and how they've changed since their iconic roles in the film. Stick around for some fascinating updates on these actors. Over 40 years ago, Chevy Chase brought to life the well-meaning but accident-prone Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation. Born on October 8, 1943, in New York City, Chase was 40 when he took on the iconic role. Clark, known for his boundless optimism and hilarious attempts to plan the perfect family vacation, becomes embroiled in chaos, misadventures, and comedic mishaps. His unshakable dedication to providing memorable experiences for his wife and kids often leads to trouble, yet his lovable, everyman quality makes him unforgettable. As a father trying his best, Clark became a standout character in the comedies of the 1980s and 1990s, with his over-the-top enthusiasm becoming a hallmark of the genre. Fast forward to 2025, and Chase, now 81, remains a celebrated figure in film and television, continuing to make a lasting impact on comedy. Ellen Griswold, the loving and patient wife of Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation, was played by Beverly D'Angelo. Born on November 15, 1951, in Columbus, Ohio, D'Angelo was 32 when she first stepped into the role of Ellen. Ellen serves as the stabilizing force in the Griswold family, balancing Clark's wild enthusiasm with her calm and practical approach. Throughout the film, she's often stuck between supporting her husband's ambitious vacation plans and managing the chaos that inevitably follows. Despite Clark's constant mishaps, Ellen stays devoted to her family, bringing both warmth and humor to every situation. Her portrayal has become a defining part of the Vacation franchise, making her one of the most cherished on-screen mothers in comedy. As of 2025, D'Angelo is 73 years old and continues to enjoy a thriving career in both film and television. Aunt Edna, the irritable and sharp-tongued relative in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Imogene Coca. Born on November 18, 1908, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Coca was 75 years old when she took on the role of Aunt Edna in the film. Aunt Edna's presence on the Griswold family's chaotic road trip is anything but welcome, as she brings constant complaints, insults, and a gloomy atmosphere to their journey. Her grumpy nature and exaggerated irritation lead to some of the funniest moments in the film, particularly as Clark tries to navigate her presence. Despite her relatively short time on screen, Aunt Edna remains one of the most memorable characters in the franchise. Coca, a legendary comedian known for her work in early television, passed away on June 2, 2001, at the age of 92 due to complications from Alzheimer's disease. Cousin Eddie, the eccentric and bumbling relative in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Randy Quaid. Born on October 1, 1950, in Houston, Texas, Quaid was 33 when he first took on the role of Eddie. Cousin Eddie is the crude but well-meaning family member who often lacks self-awareness. Yet his outlandish behavior, financial struggles, and unique perspective on life provide some of the film's funniest moments. Despite his many quirks, Eddie has a good heart and genuinely cares about his family. His portrayal became a standout in the Vacation franchise, with Quaid returning to the role in several sequels. Today, Quaid is 74 years old, and while his career has been marked by both successes and controversies, he remains widely recognized for his comedic talents, especially for his unforgettable performance as Cousin Eddie. Rusty Griswold, the sarcastic and quick-witted son of Clark and Ellen, was played by Anthony Michael Hall in National Lampoon's Vacation. Born on April 14, 1968, in West Roxbury, Massachusetts, Hall was just 15 years old when he first took on the role of Rusty. As the voice of reason in the midst of his father's over-the-top vacation plans, Rusty often responds with dry humor to the chaos around him. His sharp comedic timing and relatable teenage frustrations made him a standout character in the Griswold family. Though Rusty was portrayed by different actors in the sequels, Hall's portrayal remains iconic. After his breakthrough in the film, Hall became a staple of 1980s teen cinema. Now 57, Hall continues to enjoy a successful career in both television and film. Roy Wally, the wealthy owner of Wally World in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Eddie Bracken. Born on February 7, 1915, in Astoria, New York, Bracken was 68 years old when he took on the role of Roy. Roy Wally is portrayed as the kind-hearted but slightly bewildered amusement park owner, who unexpectedly gets caught up in the Griswold family's chaotic vacation. His brief but memorable appearance adds to the film's comedic climax as he reacts to Clark's increasingly desperate attempts to save the trip. Bracken, known for his comedic roles in classic Hollywood films, brought a sense of warmth and charm to the character. He continued acting well into his later years. Sadly, Eddie Bracken passed away on November 14, 2002, at the age of 87, due to complications from surgery following a long illness, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the world of comedy and entertainment. The camp comfort clerk, the dry-humored and unimpressed campground employee in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Brian Doyle Murray. Born on October 31, 1945, in Chicago, Illinois, Doyle Murray was 38 years old when he first took on the role. The camp comfort clerk delivers one of the film's funniest moments with his casual remark to Clark Griswold, informing him that the family's credit card has been declined, putting Clark in an awkward position. His deadpan delivery and subtle sarcasm make his small role unforgettable. Doyle Murray, a skilled character actor and writer, has appeared in many comedy films and television shows, often recognized for his distinctive voice and impeccable comedic timing. Now 79, Murray remains a respected figure in Hollywood, with notable roles in films like Caddyshack and Groundhog Day. The motorcycle cop who has a memorable interaction with Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation was played by James Keach. Born on December 7, 1947, in Savannah, Georgia, Keach was 36 years old when he first appeared in the film. The motorcycle cop pulls over Clark during his chaotic road trip, leading to a humorous moment when Clark attempts to bribe him to avoid a ticket. Although his screen time is brief, Keach's role adds to the comedy, showcasing Clark's desperation to make his vacation go as planned. Known for both acting and directing, Keach has had a successful career in film and television. At 77 years old, Keach remains involved in the entertainment industry, with notable credits including The Long Riders and Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Cousin Catherine, the enthusiastic yet somewhat awkward relative in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Miriam Flynn. Born on June 18, 1952, in Cleveland, Ohio, Flynn was 31 when she first played Catherine. Catherine is married to Cousin Eddie and adds a chaotic but memorable presence to the Griswold family's extended holiday gathering. Her bubbly personality and inability to cope with her family's dysfunction lead to plenty of comedic moments throughout the film. Although her role is relatively small, Flynn's portrayal of Catherine has become iconic among fans of the franchise. Known for her work in both television and film, Flynn continues to enjoy a long career in comedy. As of 2025, she is 73 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry, taking on various roles in television, film, and voice acting. The car salesman, who has a brief but memorable interaction with Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Eugene Levy. Born on December 17, 1946, in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Levy was 37 when he took on the role. The car salesman engages in a humorous, yet awkward exchange with Clark, selling him a car that becomes a key part of the Griswold family's road trip. Levy's impeccable comedic timing and deadpan delivery made this small role stand out, and it is fondly remembered by fans. Known for a wide range of roles in film and television, Levy became a comedy legend with his performances in American Pie, Best in Show, and Schitt's Creek. Today, Levy is 78 years old and continues to enjoy a highly successful career in the entertainment industry. Grover, the friendly yet somewhat overwhelmed Wally World security guard in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Frank McRae. Born on March 18, 1942, in Memphis, Tennessee, McRae was 42 years old when he took on the role. Grover has a memorable moment in the film when he's tasked with managing the chaotic situation at the amusement park, particularly during the final scenes. His laid-back demeanor and interactions with Clark Griswold provide comic relief as he handles the frenzy at Wally World. McRae, known for his roles in both comedy and action films, brought a unique charm to the character. Sadly, Frank McRae passed away on April 29, 2021, at the age of 79. His legacy lives on through his memorable performances in films like 48 Hours, Tango and Cash, and other classic films. Audrey Griswold, the teenage daughter of Clark and Ellen, was played by Dana Barron in National Lampoon's Vacation. Born on April 22, 1966, in New York City, Barron was 17 years old when she took on the role of Audrey. Audrey is the more cynical and sarcastic of the Griswold children, often offering a humorous contrast to her brother Rusty's more straightforward reactions to the family's chaotic vacation. Her interactions with her family, especially with her frustrated father, add an extra layer of comedy to the film. Barron's portrayal of Audrey, with her dry humor and deadpan delivery, made her a standout character. Now 58 years old, Barron has continued to work in television and film, with notable appearances in 24 and the Brady Bunch movie. Lasky, the friendly and understanding security guard at Wally World, was played by John Candy. Born on October 31, 1950, in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, Candy was 33 when he took on the role in National Lampoon's Vacation. Lasky is the guard who sympathizes with Clark Griswold's desperate situation and provides a key moment of resolution, allowing the Griswold family to enjoy their vacation despite the chaos that has unfolded. Candy's warm comedic presence made this brief role one of the film's most memorable moments. Known for his incredible talent in both comedy and drama, Candy's performances in films like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Uncle Buck cemented his place as a beloved figure in Hollywood. Sadly, John Candy passed away on March 4, 1994, at the age of 43 from a heart attack, leaving behind a lasting legacy in film and television. Cousin Vicky, the flirtatious and somewhat naive relative in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Jane Krakowski. Born on October 11, 1968, in Parsippany Troy Hills, New Jersey, Krakowski was 15 years old when she first took on the role. Cousin Vicky is the young woman who flirts with her older cousin Rusty, creating a humorous and awkward dynamic during the Griswold family's road trip. Her exaggerated innocence and bold personality lead to some funny moments, making her a memorable character in the film. Jane Krakowski, who went on to have a successful career in both television and film, is best known for her roles in 30 Rock and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. As of 2025, Krakowski is 56 years old and remains a prominent and beloved actress in Hollywood. The girl in the Ferrari, the stunning and carefree character who catches Clark Griswold's eye during the Griswold family's road trip, was portrayed by Christy Brinkley. Born on February 2, 1954, in Monroe, Michigan, Brinkley was 29 years old when she first took on the role in National Lampoon's Vacation. Her character, is the object of Clark's fleeting infatuation, leading to a memorable and humorous interaction where Clark's attention shifts from his family to the beautiful woman in the red Ferrari. Though her role is brief, Brinkley's appearance became an iconic moment in the film. Known for her successful career as a supermodel, Brinkley's cameo added glamour and humor to the story. Now 71, Brinkley continues to be a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, with a lasting impact in modeling and television. Cousin Dale, the awkward and somewhat dim-witted relative in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by John P. Navin Jr. Born on July 24, 1968, in New York City, Navin was 15 years old when he took on the role. Cousin Dale is a quirky character who contributes to the Griswold family's chaotic vacation. His interactions, particularly with other family members, provide some of the film's lighter, slapstick, comedic moments. Though his role is brief, Navin's portrayal of Cousin Dale stands out among the ensemble cast. Throughout his career, Navin has worked in both television and film, often in supporting roles. Now 56 years old, he continues to have a steady career, making occasional appearances in television and film projects. The assistant mechanic, who briefly helps Clark Griswold with his car troubles in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by John DeLorean. Born on May 1, 1950, in Glen Ridge, New Jersey, DeLorean was 33 years old when he first took on the role. The assistant mechanic plays a small but memorable part, contributing to the comedic tone as he and the mechanic help Clark with his continually malfunctioning car. DeLorean's portrayal of the somewhat clueless assistant created the humorous dynamic that made the scene so memorable. Known for his versatility, DeLorean has worked in a variety of films and television shows, often portraying quirky or tough characters. Now 74 years old, DeLorean continues to work in the entertainment industry, making appearances in both film and television. Wyatt Earp, a Wild West reenactor at the theme park in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Randy Lell. Born on November 24, 1956, in Denver, Colorado, Lell was 27 years old when he first appeared in the film. Wyatt Earp is part of the chaotic and humorous finale at Wally World, where Clark Griswold and his family try to salvage their vacation. Though his appearance is brief, it adds to the quirky and offbeat comedy that defines the film. Randy Lell, primarily known for supporting roles, brought a unique energy to the character. Now 68 years old, Lell has not been as active in recent years, but remains a part of the diverse group of character actors who helped make the Vacation franchise a success. The mechanic, who briefly interacts with Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by Mickey Jones. Born on June 10, 1941, in Houston, Texas, Jones was 42 years old when he took on the role. The mechanic helps Clark with his car troubles during the Griswold family's chaotic road trip, providing a humorous moment when he offers his services in a straightforward, no-nonsense manner. Jones's deadpan delivery and physical presence made this small role stand out among the film's comedic ensemble. Mickey Jones was a talented character actor known for his work in both television and film. He also had a successful career as a drummer, playing for famous bands like Trini Lopez and The First Edition. Jones passed away on February 7, 2018, at the age of 76 after a long illness, leaving behind a rich legacy in entertainment. The motel desk clerk, who briefly interacts with Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation, was portrayed by James Staley. Born on May 20, 1948, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Staley was 35 years old when he first took on the role. The motel desk clerk presents a dry and unamused demeanor as he deals with Clark's increasingly frustrated attempts to secure a room at a rundown motel. Staley's deadpan delivery adds humor to the scene, making what could have been a small moment unforgettable. His portrayal of this no-nonsense character contributes to the film's broader comedic narrative of Clark's desperate efforts to make the vacation a success. Currently 76 years old, Staley continues to work in television and film, though his role in National Lampoon's Vacation remains one of his most well-known appearances. And that wraps up our look at the transformations of the National Lampoon's Vacation stars. Which actor's transformation surprised you the most? Did you recognize them right away? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to Celebrity Phantom for more great stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.